Welcome back, fellow Golden Bucks. So today we, as usual, discuss gold market. This is Sive Morten for the ForexPeaceArmy.com. Today has two topics to talk about. First of all, is a deeper retracement on the gold market and reasons why they have happened. And second, what we're going to do in the current circumstances. So first of all, the reasons. So deeper retracement that we thought, actually we talked about the shallow retracement yesterday, but Donald Trump in a really very small period of time have announced a lot of agreements on the tariffs. Japan 15%, Indonesia 19%. Also understand that European Union also could get the 15% in the same way as Japan. So this is positive news for the Europe as well. And that just supports the dollar. You can see on the Forex market making yields also rising, and actually that makes a direct impact on the gold. So this retracement, deep retracement, stands mostly due to the temporal accelerating of the dollar, which makes some pressure on gold in the short term. Still, currently, this action that we see has no problems, bring no problems to the big pattern that we have. I mean, the butterfly and in general overall bullish context. But at the same time, we have to acknowledge that probably we'll have to keep an eye on lower standing levels to consider possible long entry later. Probably even not today, because the action, as you can see, stands relatively strong. On a daily chart, we've got this bearish engulfing pattern, almost reversal session. So if gold would close barely slightly lower, below the lows of the previous session, we've got the reversal bar. But in general, this is almost tail closing and actually significant reversal. And definitely this pattern will get the continuation. Usually the target of such patterns is the length of the bars, so we could suggest approximately an area around 33.30, 33.35, and this area. At the same time, you could see that with this possible target, the daily trend remains bullish by far. And why our particular interest stands around this area? You can see that the MACD predictor, as Jordan Apple indicator, coming close to this area, and is in the same way as it has happened here and the bullish grabber that we traded previously, the same story might happen here. Also, you can see here exists some long-term trend line, which is actually support of the weekly pennant pattern. And it's also common in place somewhere in this area. That's why that's becoming our primary level to keep an eye on for potential long entry in the gold market. On the follow time frame chart, we have a bit more details. So you can see it's really a fast drop stance. You can see by some irony that we talked that probably channel hardly will make big impact on the performance, but you can see it's combination of the tariffs announcement and technical board of the channel. It's worked good service to the bears, and actually markets start dropping precisely from this area. So markets still keep flirting with this inside of this channel. That's why actually we also probably could take into consideration the lower bottom, right? And it's common game somewhere around range, as you can see, a bit wide range here in 33.40, 33.60. That's the net level that we will keep an eye on. So that's our suggestion in the current situation. On the hourly chart, you could see that nothing to watch for. All support levels have been broken. First one, we said, keep an eye on these two levels. If it will be broken, that bad sign, be prepared for a further drop. And you can see that suggestion saved a lot of money. So we haven't placed stop using these levels or that levels. So just this market was not able to stay inside of this upward swing, short-term tendency has been broken. And on the hourly chart for now, I do not see something to do. So probably we just need to wait and see what will happen on the follow time frame chart. So that being said, our training plan, we are watching in an area around 33.30, 33.40 here, depending on the speed of the market. Watching for a bullish grabber around this area, because tomorrow this indicator will be slightly closer to the market, somewhere right around 33.40 area. And we will be watching for minor bullish reversal patterns on this level, together with a daily grabber, potential grabber, if it will be formed. That could let us to step in on the long side. If we will not get anything, any bullish signs here, we probably will stay on hold and will not take additional risk for position taking. we need to clarity, we need to evidence signs that market is indeed keep this upward tendency and showing bullish reversion signs around this support. That's two major points that we'll be watching for tomorrow. So that's all for now. Take care and see you next time.